Hey you guys, it is Sassy T Quinn back with another video. I did an eye look on this. I'm working on the video right now. In fact, it's one of the palettes that we will discuss. But today's video, we will be discussing No Pan Left Behind. And this is my first year doing something like this. In fact, this is actually a really genius idea. At first I saw it on my Instagram feed, and then I eventually saw it on on YouTube, because it's like, it seems like my algorithm, these devices are spying on us. So I figured, you know what, let me gather up the palettes that I really want to use a lot. Now, some of them are new in my collection and some of them are not. I definitely should use this for my newer palettes because, like from November of last year till now, I have a lot of palettes that I have bought. So for now, this is like the palettes, but I have one that's single eyeshadows in this little palette, but we'll get to that soon enough. And I thought that this was actually a really great idea. And I figured, you know what? I really need to do this with all of my palettes. I have literally a stack of palettes over there that I need to get through. But for now, this is going to be my little update. Right now, the only reason why I have them separated from like palettes I used and palettes I hadn't used is because most of those are actually new palettes in my collection that I bought. Obviously a lot has happened. My mama done died back in December, so I didn't have time to I have all these packages coming in, but I just wasn't in the mood, y'all. I just wasn't in the mood for a review, to go on YouTube, none of that shit. I was like, it is what the hell it is. I've been like doing retail therapy. I shouldn't be doing that because now I got a whole house to take care of. But I've been doing retail therapy, and I'm like, girl, get a grip. So this will be my Get a Grip series. So let's start with like the small palette. This is relatively new in my collection. I've done nothing but done swatches and stuff. I posted it on my Instagram, I believe. Like most of these I posted on my Instagram. But girl, this is definitely the Morley Gray from Bella Beauté Bar Cosmetics. First of all, this is definitely based on the dark romance girlies, and it's so crazy because like the eyeshadow look that I've created is based on a dark romance book that I read. It's called The Filth Kings by Masterpiece. Bruh. The second book is coming soon. We're gonna have a time, baby. We're gonna have time, but read the trigger warnings. But as you can see, this is definitely, there's actually a lot of Bella Beauté bars I need to do. A lot. So, but this is going to be the first one. And I feel like this should be easy for me to do a No Pan Left Behind because it's only 9 shades. I hate that. Listen, I get it. It's for February. But, just stick with this as a heart. And then you could do this as a circle. Because, it's going to be awkward when I, take these pans out and, build my own palettes. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, this should be easy for me to do, and I've been lately into the cool tones and stuff, so yeah, this should be easy to do. The next one that I got is the Muse palette from Cosmic Brushes. Not Cosmic Brushes, Cosmic Beauty, because they don't change their name and everything. So I'm glad. At first I was very nervous to buy this because I wasn't sure how I would feel about it. So, but look at these shades, bro. Come on, these are just to die for. But I've been feeling really inspired, especially when I swatched it out. I was like, oh, this can go with that, this can go with that, this shade could go with this. It's a cohesive palette. I see why people were losing their minds over it. So until I touch every single palette, I'm not going to depan it, because I will admit some of these palettes on my stuff, right now I'm in the process of depanning all my Cosmic brushes so I can make the palette itself magnetized. I'm trying to magnetize each and every single one of my palettes. So far I have gutted my Serenity palette and already done that. It's just that the magnets I have, it's just I just need to label each one of my palettes. That's what I should have done, so that way when I move the pans around, it's not going to look too crazy. I had the little square ones, but they're so damn thick, and with the magnetic sheet is not a good magnet together. So I got the thin ones instead from AliExpress, and it's circular. If I get the 20mm one, it's gonna fit into the square ones. If you get the 25mm, it might be too big for the square ones, because the square one is technically 25 milliliters square pans. Or is it 26? I think it's 26 pans. I feel like that's the standard. So if you get like a 20 pan magnet, that'll be decent because it's going to cover the majority of like the pan on the inside. That's just my theory. So I got to go back and do all that. And yeah, so literally until I touch every single last one of them, I'm gonna do it. Like for example, the Winter Wonderland, I did this one look where I touched almost every single one of those shades to create that look. It's on my IG, go ahead and look back on it. But girl, literally maybe 4 shades I didn't use. Yeah, love that palette down though. The next palette is the Fearless Holiday. It came it literally came when me and my sister was here, and like we were like making plans for my mom's funeral, was looking for like all this stuff, like, oh, we got a package. And I was like, you know, a little, and like she loved this palette and I love it too. Like literally this is very inspirational to me. Like when I look at this palette, I feel like this is more of a darker rainbow palette. You know what I'm saying? Like these just fit Black women. Like I'm thinking about different outfits that can go with each color. Like I think I did a video. If I did, I'll probably post it somewhere. But like, oh my god, wait, did I do a video? I think I did. But did I post it though? It was around the time of November leading towards December, so I probably didn't. I probably didn't. But like in the video, if I did post it, like I posted like different outfits that, you know, that complement Black women with the colors and schemes and everything, and it really just be matching, especially around the winter time season. Oh my goodness, it's like, now I think she said at the time, and these are magnetic, so you can switch these around and do whatever, but I need to check to see if the back of the pan is has the names. If not, then I'll put the labels on it. But I plan on touching every last one of these shades, every last one of these. Like it's like you got, this came around like Christmas / Thanksgiving, but like you definitely see the Thanksgiving colors, the Halloween colors, the Christmas colors. Like this is great. And then you got that one light shade, which I feel like can brighten up any one of these shades. Just mix it and you're with your brush, and it's like brightens it up, you know? Oh my god, like I cannot wait to dip into it. Like, did I even do swatches? I don't think I did swatches because it's clearly untouched. I don't even see my single fingerprint nowhere in it. But I just swatched some of the single shades I got from DD Signature. And this year, I definitely want to try me some DD Signature some more. But let's get into, actually, let's get into Blend Buddy Cosmetics. So, if there's one that I definitely want to use, every single shade, is the Surge palette. It's a little bent. That's how it came in the mail. It is what it is. So, this one, because how bent this palette is, I'm very, very scared to take it apart and magnetize it. Because even this one, it's like, you can see the cracks in this one. I feel like that's where the stress point is, because yeah, like I tried to like flatten it as much as possible, like having it like underneath something heavy, you know, that ain't fucking working. But I plan on touching every last shade in this. Look at the neons, and I'm so sad that they got rid of this, but I'm glad that I got it while I can. So I plan on touching every last shade of this. This is just beautiful. And here's the thing, I was debating whether to use the blends because I got the Ellis one. Yes, baby, I got the Ellis one. But instead of this, I decided to go with my Playing in Makeup by Yolando Jam Rock palette. Hold on, this is kind of falling apart, and ooh, as you can see, I started this process. It's still in the pan, obviously. I plan on touching every last one of them until I move on, but I must say, this is very pigmented, child. Very pigmented. And like the yellows actually show up on my skin. The fuck? Like, obviously, because it's a Black woman who made this brand, but bro. So I plan on touching every last one of them before I depot it. I have to depot it. I want, like, first of all, it's falling apart. Don't know why, but literally it's falling apart. So I plan on depotting this into one of my DIY palettes that I made, because I made quite a few DIY palettes, bro. So this is why I have the stickers on. And I think actually 2 palettes that I also want to hit, well, not pan, but don't leave any pan behind, is of course also from Playing in Makeup by Yolando, the Vigorously palette, eyeshadow palette. Yeah, I just want to rearrange this so much. Like, I'm not gonna depot everything. I'm just gonna like add it like magnetize the entire palette. But look how beautiful this is. This is definitely giving spring. I don't know if it's because of the pastel purple background, but it's giving spring. Like, these colors are definitely giving spring. I played with it a little bit, but I didn't hit every single shade. So obviously I got the colors written down so I can magnetize it. Yeah, I plan on using this as like my spring pastel palette, which is crazy because I want to get the Bella Beauty Bar pastel garden palette. Girl, I need to stop because I saw on their stories that they have another palette coming up that has to do with greens. So there's that. And one last palette. Actually, I fucking lied. So I got 3 palettes. One is full of singles, but the next Bella Beauty Bar, actually, I also am lying to you one more time, and that is 2 Bella Beauty Bar palettes. The first one is the Dead Roses palette. Unexpectedly, I'm loving this palette, like a lot. Like, I used it twice, and I use a lot of colors, surprisingly. So yeah, I'm kind of cheating, because within these past, like, on the times I did use makeup this year, I used like a lot of shades to create these elaborate looks. And I did post some of these look on Instagram, so you can see what shades I used. Girl, I'm really liking it. Okay, let's go into the shades that I already used so far this year. I have used, okay, You're the Worst twice, because some of these shades that I already used, I definitely used it multiple times. Okay, like You're the Worst, Single at AF. Did I use Thank You Next? No, I didn't use Thank You Next. I ended up using this shade. What next? I used this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade, and this shade. So the whole top row has been used. You got these 2 mattes in the second row has already been used. Oh, and how could I forget? Ill. I definitely used Ill before. And what else? I've also used basically almost all the mattes except for this color. I need to use this one. But literally, I have used all the mattes except for Thank You Next. I have already used Drop Dead. I've used Ill. I've used Not Yours, just a little tiny bit. I used Bite Me in conjunction with Ill. And I've also used, Jesus, it's kind of messed up. Friend Zone. So that's a lot of shades that I've already hit. Like, so this should be easy peasy. I just need to keep in mind of all the shades that I didn't use. And that's it. Like, now, when it comes for flaky eyeshadow, I have a love-hate relationship with them. But I figured out how to use it with silicone brushes as tools. In fact, I used it today for this eyeshadow plus a good eye primer. Because, like, the silicone tool that I be using, it just smooths the flakes out so you can see ultimate shine. And like, it's not as flaky, it's not so much fallout, especially when you have like a good glitter primer with that. Oh yeah, so I'm definitely cheating with this. Okay, the next one is of course this one. Duh, purple is my jam. I have used pretty much every single shade last year. This year I plan on doing it again. Like, if I'm dipping into purples, I'm definitely going into it. Okay, because girl, obviously I rearranged it, but this is it. This is my jam. And you know what? I kind of want to rearrange. I should definitely rearrange this. And what I can appreciate Miss Bella Beauty Bar is that they put the names on the back of the pans. So I'm not wasting my money and my ink to create this and to take the palettes apart. Or even if it is magnetized, I'm not over here like wasting my time. So and it's very distinct to, you know, like, okay, this definitely belongs to Bella Beauty Bar palette, because they have like the colors for the single eyeshadow pans, especially if it's like reflective, it's going to show that it's reflective. And you know, they have like a nice code system. And you know who else does that? Unearthly Cosmetics. Unearthly Cosmetics, they definitely do that. Like, I appreciate that. And you know, because I'm familiar with the brand, I already know, okay, square pans, and when I see that font, it belongs to Unearthly. For me, kind of off topic, but kind of on the same topic. It really don't matter, so long as we're talking about makeup. Like, I don't know if you can see, but you see I have the brand initials and then, you know, the initial of the palette that comes from. So when I switch things around, okay, this was where it came from. So yeah. And the last brand palette, I should say, is also from Blend. This one is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. And that is the Little Miss She Never Misses. And this is her collab with Danny Darkowitz. I believe this is this is the only collab that I bought from them. I literally got every single thing except for the lip gloss. I got multiple of the lip liners. Love it. Down. And the highlighter pan. The highlighter palette is to die for. She really ate with that. It's very glittery, but also it's like blends into the skin. It's just perfection. So literally, I used a good majority of the greens. Some purples, definitely. The last look I did where it was green and purple, that's where I've been leaning on to. Surprisingly, I hadn't used a center shade yet. Like, and if you see my fingerprints, it's mostly from swatches, but like for the most part, yeah. Like this row, did I use some of the blues? I think I used a little bit of the blues, but I have to go back on my Instagram story. No, my Instagram post, because I did post the details of which shades I used, because it was too many for me to list, because I only used this palette to create the look. So what I did was I just put a little dot on it. So that's it for palettes. Now for single eyeshadows. Now, I love me single eyeshadows. I have a lot of collections. That's how I got so many in the damn first place. I need to slow the fuck down, I think. Okay, so I got like a few single eyeshadows from Clionadh that's coming. Never mind the ones I already received this month. And also I got 2 eyeshadow collections from Shine by SD Cosmetics. I need to slow the fuck down, definitely. But, you know, I can't resist a good sale. So, with that being said, from Terra Moon Cosmetics, this is the Winter on Saturn palette. Well, not palette, collection. This definitely speaks to me. Number one, I'm a Capricorn. And you know, if you're into astrology, Capricorns are the rulers of Saturn. Like, that's the ruling planet. And not to mention, like, I'm a January Capricorn. Capricorns are mostly born, obviously, December and January. They're in winter time. So, for us, this just makes so much sense. Like, the shift is crazy. In fact, this palette is what's on my eyes right now. And I use one of this shade as a highlighter. Like, I wish... You know what? I need to mess around with my lightings, because right now I have a warm one and a white one. Maybe I should try all white to see how it is for makeup and everything. But girl, the shift is crazy. Crazy. I love it. I love it so much. So today I managed to use 3 of the mattes. This one, this dark one, this one right here. I used this one right here. And for 2 well, technically 3 shimmers. So I use this one because this one really matches. Like, it doesn't look like it, but in the pan, like, it definitely matches with the Filth Kings vibe. And then I use this on the inner corner, kind of stopping over here, and then a little bit at the bottom. Like, and then for my highlight, I use Ice Planet. Or is it Ice Moons? I don't know. This is the one that I used, okay, as my highlighter. Like, in the, I don't know if you kind of see it right there. It's kind of like a lilac. A very beautiful lilac shade that kind of, I don't want to say blue, but like silvery lilac. On my face, I definitely see more of a blue. Bro, this is just, this is stunning. So, literally, I use 6. I use 6 out of the 10 shades. So, literally, I just need to use the rest. I plan on using, and then I can like put it back in my jumbo pan. Because, girl, there's a lot of eyeshadow collections. For now, the only reason why I'm doing it with the eyeshadows, with the whole no pan left behind, is because I bought a lot of collections that I kept together. And I want to use every single shade, like, in one way or another. So that way, I can rearrange it the way I want it to be. You know, because, let me show you real quick. As you can see, this is my Terra Moon Cosmetics palette that I done made. I posted it on IG. But, as you can see, I got a lot. This can post... How many did it post? Basically, just multiply the numbers that I got over here. Honey, like, this is a lot. If you see certain gaps, like I have certain gaps together, these are, the gaps that you see is from collections. So, the only thing is like, whew, girl, I'm so sorry. This is my DIY palette. Anyway, so from here to here are from previous random purchases that I put all together, because I didn't Some of them was actually from my very first collection that I've ever bought from Terra Moon Cosmetics, but since I already used the majority of those shades, I've since then organized it. But for the most part, the other ones, like this collection from here to here is one collection. This is from another collection. I didn't buy the mats from that collection. This from this, actually, yeah, this all the way from here is another collection. Actually, these, like these 3 to 4 rows are from their sale when they were getting rid of a lot of shades. And I think they brought back some old shades. Yeah, this is from the sale. From here all the way to like down here is from the sale, baby. And this one was from the sale back in December-ish. So yeah, until my goal is to get through most of these collections. We don't know how. I'm going to try to incorporate as much as possible. Actually, from the December collection, I used a spicy neutral shade during my when I was away from work. I mean, while I was away for work. So yeah, so that's when I start to finish with that collection, the Winter in Saturn collection, that's when I'm going to put it back into this palette. And then I can get kind of organize it in its own little section and then move on to the other collections. Because, honey, this is a lot. Is it ambitious? Yes. I should have started small because a lot of the people, they done said, start small, start small. Well, I'll give you updates in between here and there, okay? And I'll, like, probably during the updates, I'll insert, like, pictures. Even if it's good or bad, I don't care because sometimes I don't be taking good pictures, to be honest with you. Even if it's good or bad, you're going to see it. If not, then you're going to see it on Instagram. So, boom. I cannot wait to tackle this collection because that's the best way to, like, know what formulas I like, which ones I don't like. And I should have included some of my Cleona, not Kaleidoscope, Cleona Cosmetics bundles, but not now. That will be after. Okay, but this is considered my first No Pan Left Behind series. Anyways, join me on this journey.